So this is the Tecno Spark 40. Now unboxing this phone is still a whole and complete experience because it comes with all of the basic accessories you will need in the box. Now once you fully unbox this phone, the Spark 40 design definitely gets your attention. For those who are following iPhone rumors and updates, it sure has very close similarities to what the rumored design of the next iPhone 17 Pro and the Pro Max will look like. But let us pause for a minute and actually just think things through, yeah? It is the rumored design, which means Apple hasn't actually or officially released an iPhone that looks like this. So if it eventually happens, if the iPhone 17 Pro Max actually comes out and looks like this, then it would be Apple copying Tecno and not the other way around. So really, let's not water down the fact that the Tecno Spark 40 has a nice looking, pretty and futuristic design that definitely catches the eye. The camera bump is also a break from the big bogus bumps that we have been seeing in most smartphones nowadays. It is so thin that it makes the weight of the phone to be evenly distributed. Now when it comes to build quality, it is made with plastic, both the rear and the frame, and cutouts around the phone are just as usual as you know. Now the SIM card tray is a long one that allows you to use 2 SIM cards and a memory card for storage expansion, and the fingerprint is also side mounted, and I would say, yeah, it is responsive. It also comes with a 3.5mm headphone jack, a dual speakers that sounds a bit okay, and also an infrared sensor that you can use to control your electronics at home. It also has this not so common feature in smartphones that is called FreeLink. It comes pre-installed in the phone. Now once you turn it on, you're going to see this walkie-talkie like icon in your notification bar. Now once you initiate it, it's going to create what is called a local area connection with other smartphones within a 50-meter range that also has FreeLink installed in them, like maybe another Tecno Spark 40 or even the Tecno Pova 7 that is also rumored to be coming with the same feature. Now, once the connection between these smartphones is established, both of them can call each other and test each other without an internet or a SIM card. It is also IP64 rated when it comes to water and dust, so it has a good protection from dust and water splashes, and even drops up to 1.5 meters. So that is really good when it comes to durability. Another thing that definitely caught my eye or caught my attention after I unboxed the Tecno Spark 40 is the fact that even though it is a budget phone, it comes not only with a massive 5200 mAh battery, but also charges really fast at 45 watts, making it the fastest charging budget phone in the market right now. And for context, just so you know, 45 watts is the same charging speed as my ×10, way more expensive Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now here is a quick charging test I did. Now, if you want it to charge even faster, once you plug it in, just tap on Smart and then change it to Hyper. Now you can do that also once the phone is unlocked in the dynamic port. You can change between each of these charging modes for it to charge even super fast. But when it comes to battery life, I would say it is really impressive. I waited for so long to get this phone to 0% so I can carry out the battery test I just talked about. And that's really something interesting because most budget phone users want a phone that takes forever to die off, you know, and even when it eventually dies off, they can just get a full charge in minutes and not hours. And that exactly is what the Tecno Spark 40 actually gives you. So in terms of battery life, battery capacity, and even charging speed, the Tecno Spark 40 is like your best option under a 150K price point. Now, talking about price, it retails at about 142,700 naira for the base version that comes with 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. Now, last year, Tecno didn't launch the Spark 30 in Nigeria, but I think I saw it in Ghana. So there isn't really any predecessor that I could use to compare it to know how much of an upgrade it is. Instead, the spec sheet suggests that this is just a slight upgrade to the Tecno Spark 30C of last year, with obviously a better design, faster charging speed, and even bigger battery. So it is safe to say that we will not be seeing the Tecno Spark 40C this year because the Spark 40 obviously has all of the specifications it's supposed to come with. So maybe we'll just be seeing only the Spark 40 Pro and the Pro Plus. However, just subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on the notification bar so that you definitely get to see when I update you guys as to the lineup of the Spark series this year. Now let's talk about this display. It is a 6.67 inches 720 pixel IPS LCD display that refreshes at 120 Hz. It is vibrant and produces some really good colors when you're watching videos with it. And for a phone that has this kind of display specs, I honestly was surprised when I discovered I could watch YouTube videos up to 4K quality, which is really good. I also noticed that even though the refresh rate is set at 120 Hz, in the settings, you can actually customize the refresh rate for each app just the way you want it, because only a few apps actually support 120 Hz. Now, I don't think there is any kind of protection for this display, so you definitely will have to get a screen guard to protect it from scratches and dents, but there is always on display feature that weirdly I noticed it doesn't even stay up to a minute. And then of course there is the AI wallpaper generator that you can just turn on to be able to spice up your display however you want it. Now, in the settings of this phone, you're going to see Tecno AI, and it comes with some features. For example, we have the voice assistant Ella with DeepSeek Arrow 1 integration. There's also writing assist and document assist. Though I discovered that most people who actually use budget phones like this or even flagships do not really care about AI at this moment, but honestly, it is good that we actually have it here. Now, when it comes to processor, it is the Helio G81 that actually powers this phone. It's an old processor, it's been around for a while, but it's still very efficient when it comes to everyday tasks like calling, browsing the internet, and even light gaming. All of the graphics games you can play will definitely download into this phone, and they ran smoothly when I tested it, but in medium graphics settings. But like I will always advise, budget phones are not really for games, so after a while you may not be able to play those games as smoothly as run right now, so just keep that in mind and don't buy this phone with playing games extensively mindset in your head, Now, personally, I really don't care much about benchmark scores and all of that, but for those who do, here it is. Now let's talk about software. Android 15 is what this phone comes with out of the box, so that means you get some latest Android features too, like a separate notification and quick settings panel. You also get Google Gemini where you swipe from the edge at the down part of the phone. But apart from that, it is also fully packed with different features and functionalities that just helps you get the best out of this phone. Now, when it comes to software update, there is no mention, nor there is any kind of expectation if I have to advise you. And yet, I also have to mention the fact that it comes with a lot of bloatwares. Yeah, there's a whole lot of it, which as usual, you can just uninstall for a more cleaner UI and better experience as you are using this phone. Now let's talk about the cameras. At first glance, when you look at the back, it looks like a triple camera setup, but actually it is just a 50 megapixel camera and a flashlight. And of course, at the front, we have an 8 megapixel selfie camera. Now, as to the quality of pictures that they take, well, I would say it is pretty decent, like what you're looking at right now. They are not mind-blowing. You don't expect it to be, but honestly, you just need good lighting and you'll be able to get something fairly good out of the cameras of this phone. I don't want to go into the whole analysis of how the picture looks like because we all know that this is a budget phone. Now, when it comes to videos, you can shoot video as high as 2K quality, but I always prefer you use 1080p because not only does it help you save space in your phone, but with 1080p, you get a bit of software stabilization, mostly if you're shooting videos on the move. So overall, what do I personally think of the Tecno Spark 40? I would say it is the best looking, fastest charging phone under 150K budget right now, because you can't take away the fact that this design is nice, and also the fact that it is very comfortable to hold in your hands. And then the 5200 mAh battery and the super fast charging at this price point, these are things you don't really care to see. So if you have the Tecno Spark 30C of last year, this definitely is a worthy upgrade you want to upgrade to. But if you're in countries like Ghana and other countries where the Tecno Spark 30 actually launched, then this is definitely not an upgrade. It is a downgrade. Yeah. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this video helped you to make a decision if you really want to go for this phone or not. Now let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Tecno Spark 40. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth reviews like this one. Like this video to help YouTube promote it more. And of course, I get to catch you in the next one.